was completely on one question only. How will you develop business? How will you do business development?
Okay. So what do you know about the college? So you are, studying again and again Michigan. So I believe Michigan is a state. So you talk about Ann Arbor, the city basically.
Okay.
So just talk about Ann Arbor, right? And then find out a little bit more that why it is called Stephen, how much grant, because that is, I think, still second highest grant that has been, at that time it was highest.
Okay.
Right now it is second highest. We won this, one of the Indians, they gave 1 billion maybe, I'm not sure, to Harvard, or 800 million. I think this was 100 or something like that. So it was good. So it is, the name of the school changed. And not very, far from current state. So just find out a little bit more, so that is unnecessary. You should be knowing. Okay. How did you decide about your undergrad course and college? So this I have a little problem. Why? Because whatever activities you are saying in this and in this one only, whatever you are saying, either college or branch, both you are saying that you are not, you did not take by your choice or your, with your heart, but was given to you, and then a little bit you continued, something like that. So that feeling is coming. Whereas, in the perspective of USB school interviews, I would say that, you have to say that, yes, I chose that, and then I conducted that, and then I finished that. It was my choice. Take the ownership. So NDA example or IF example, how it can benefit, let us discuss that, because last year also I was a little skeptical of that. So why it has to be told? I mean, just want to know. I mean, let us discuss. I mean, I'm not saying that you should not.
Probably because I was more passionate about it. That's why it comes out.
So what? I mean, because does that benefit you in any way?
Probably not here. The only way it can benefit me
is
that
it might confuse the person of NDA. I mean, that is totally different line altogether. Different line. If it is maybe studies in science or math, something maybe little bit close. But this is very different. Very different. So maybe one highlighting point is 19th rank, but again, how that benefits here, I don't know. Right. So if you can avoid it, maybe talk to a different person. I mean, I might have one view, but I feel that if it is avoided, fine. You just say that I went to, I was, I wanted to do engineering. There was one good career option available, few of them, and I liked engineering. You have to say this actually. And then I chose, and then this branch was, I was passionate about, close to computer. Maybe you can say somewhere you can relate, because electives are, I think 25-30% courses would be same in ENC and computer science. I mean, at least in my college.
Right.
So you can just say that even though you got to study computer science, yet you got the flavor of something else, which gave you a choice, but then you chose what you like, something like that you have to say. Because this is confusing. NDA, engineering, electronics and communication, any of the three you did not choose. I mean, NDA you did not choose, and then engineering and engineering, you said that your family history, right? So I don't think so. That's the right way. Right? You have to be passionate about something, and then you choose, and then you pursue it probably. Not just probably. I mean, this may raise a question that then why are you going for MBA? Either of the things are happening with you. Like if somebody has done in family, MBA, or you are seeing your peers, or I mean, are you actually passionate about MBA or not? Or this is again one more wrong or incidental step you are taking. So that should not be, because you may convince about why MBA or why now option because you have prepared them, everybody knows. But then here things will come out. So in an extempore or without preparation interview, it would have been little difficult to handle, or maybe not difficult to handle, but then he would not have taken positively the alumnus who is interviewing. So family had that history. Let us change it. I've written. Your interest is important. Over here. Branch, you said that it was considered to be best. By whom? You have to consider it best, and then only you have to choose it. Right? Let other people consider it, but it should not matter. I mean, actually, it happens with us. Even it happened with me. But now I'm clear that what I want, I would do. Right. So, and in retrospect, I would not. Probably in this kind of interview, I would not say that. That's it. Okay. So your interest should be of prime importance. If the listener yeah, if the listener extends this to MBA, then it becomes a little dangerous. That's what I will do. Okay, yeah. So now this answer was brief, but again the content was not appropriate. So this answer was brief, but content has to be worked upon in this answer. This keep this much length for whatever, just 2 to 3 minutes maximum. That should be the golden rule. What in work you are most proud of? So you said that started by saying PSA project. Say it in a way that it is more engaging and more relating to a person in 2009. Start by timeline in for the client this, so that I know. And by any chance, these clients will be known to this person who is interviewing?
Yes, definitely. We know all of them.
What is the timeline when he has worked with the interview?
He was here till 2008.
So he was working probably with you when he was there?
3 years in Delhi.
That is fine. That's fine. I mean, nothing. I just wanted to understand the perspective. So PSX. So expansion or maybe project with such a client, then such a timeline, such a geography.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people can relate to. Okay. Now you said that bringing the project red to green. Okay. Yeah. Here you are bringing very very good point. That lunch and hot seat, and one more thing you said. What went wrong, right? What went well, sorry.
Yeah.
What went well. So I mean, what in work you are most proud of? When I ask this answer, this question, you should say these 2 things only, and that will make your answer very beautiful, very beautiful, very engaging. Hot seat concept. I was listening it carefully actually. What went wrong? That sounded like a jargon maybe. So I was not aware. So I would like to know about that, because being an MBA grad, I would like to know things like this. I was sitting in a gathering actually. ISB alumni gathering. I am from metallurgical engineering background. So there was something they were talking about. So I said that first we have to nucleate and then growth happens. So I was talking in terms of metallurgy. That person said, "Oh, is there some new marketing funda or what? Nucleation and then growth." That can be applicable to anything. Then a crystal nucleus crystallizes and then it grows. And that's how metal lattice or crystal is formed. So I was talking that, but then so these jargons which are not known to people, of course they'll attract the attention, and if you can describe them beautifully, it should be good. But then be careful. Then you should not fall in a different way onto you if you're not able to describe very well. That's how it is. So this answer was, if you leave this PSA and everything initial 5 minutes or 2 minutes, the next part was very very beautifully stated, and keep your answers like this, interesting, engaging, and highlighting, and brief. Failure outside work, then we talked about. Event for 800, again the starting was not good, but again other things were okay. I have written that introduction should be engaging for a person. And you say schedule, so I think that is not the right pronunciation. Just these are some trivial things, might not worry too much about. So either it is called schedule or just simply schedule in plain British English. In American it is schedule. So like they pronounce module, you might have heard them pronounce something. Okay, so now you have given a failure example, and probably learning experiences also you are telling. I think you told few learning experience that I learned, and this was not done properly, that was not done properly. I could have done camera, but player was not, media player was not working. So now you have to end it on a positive note, saying that next event which I organized, I ironed out all these things, and then it was appreciated, whatever. So end it on a positive note, so that it doesn't become that this person never, after that he was not probably successful in events. And then when you say that you already organized 18 events, so that experience you are carrying. So was it your last event? That those questions linger on. So those should not be there. So you have to say that there might be situations where you might not have success experiences, but then you highlight on learning and say that yes, I am working on that and I have seen myself improving. Like you said on this, this weakness delegation thing. So now he's happy. Now I'm improving. So those positive things in the end should definitely come. Your answer was totally going on negative point. Negative points are to be stated. Then only the contrast will come.
Yeah.
It cannot be all positive. Otherwise, it will be thought that it is a made up answer. So that should not be the case. Negative things have to come, But then again, at the end, positive note. You have to end on a positive note. That's all I would say. Okay. How will someone you met in a flight? That question. After you got down, will describe you. So. You said enthusiastic, open to new ideas, logically. Maybe a little bit more extending this answer with one or two examples. Not all. Again, as I said, brief. So it was very, very brief. So why these extremes? You have to little bit, describe that what probably. So you can say that since it's a meeting in a flight, it's incidental. I might not know that person, so I have to strike a balance between. I do not intrude too much on his privacy and then yet establish a communication. So something like that would have been said. So probably that's how I see. What would you like to change in a professional career? You said no, nothing. Find out some point which is mild, which is not very, 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 negative or something. Then you said that you said something after that.
Yeah.
What was that?
First,
because here it became elaborate, I did not notice and I do not remember right now. It has just happened 10, 15 minutes ago. So what was the example you gave?
This was the first year at Hutch.
CTU, right. But then no. But then this is the right thing which you did.
No, I was saying